My name is Arkaprava Chattopadhyay. I am from India. I am a research scholar at the Department of Mass Communication at the Central University of Sikkim. The paper that I am presenting here today is titled as Digital Hinduism, a study of virtual congregations and e-gurus. Now, media and religion, they share an intrinsic, inexplicable relationship. And whereas this relationship has been attended to by scholars all across the world over decades, it is somehow that Christianity has been the focus of these scholarly pursuits. Somehow, other religious faiths such as Hinduism have been neglected. Given the magnanimous plethora of opportunities here in India, this study is an effort to identify how an ancient way of life, that is Hinduism, has somehow negotiated, accommodated and established perhaps a relationship with digital media forms. Given that religion is a polysemic term, although Hinduism is referred to as a way of life by most of the spiritual gurus here, something that has emanated from the concept of dharma, somehow the concepts of sharing, participation, congregation, and also religion as a set of symbols that represent the evolution altogether of the civilization here, it somehow resonates with the concepts of Emil Durkheim and Clifford Geertz and his definition of religion. Moreover, Hinduism is region-centric, whereas the people in the eastern part of the country follow Shaktism, which is Devi worship. The people in the north, they follow Ram. So, amongst the large number of Hindu gods and goddesses represented by deities, the institutional form of mainstream Hinduism, which emanates from the literature, that is in regards to the Vedas and the Bhagavad Gita and the Puranas, these are interpreted and they are disseminated to the people with the help of spiritual gurus. Now, post the COVID pandemic that struck India in 2020, most of these religious festivals had to be done away with. Most of the spiritual gurus were socially distanced from the people. The temples became out of bounds. And so, even though there had been instances where digital technology was being adopted by the younger generation and also by the non-resident Indians in regards to their religion, but the mainstream disciples, the people who are in the villages, the people who are elderly, the people who are not technologically that savvy, they too had to adopt, or rather they had to accept the digital new media technology into their lives. Now, this present study identifies the digital technology that has been adopted and how the people have made it an integral part of their daily life, and thus how an ancient religion such as Hinduism has had to embrace digital technology, and how effective, how transcendental it has made Hinduism itself, and how much of a digitization has happened. So, due to the pandemic, society has somehow shaped technology to serve its needs, of religious contentment and catharsis. To look into this issue, this research has focused on the International Vedanta Society, or the IVS, which is a religious organization spread across India and also having a lot of disciples abroad. Centered in the city of Kolkata, their spiritual guru is referred to as Bhagavan, who is a person who is considered to be auspicious by all the other swamis who are his students, as well as the thousands and thousands of disciples who regularly look up to him for his blessings and also for his interpretations of the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedas. So as these disciples find a sense of catharsis and spiritual contentment through their interactions and through being a part of this discourse, it was integral and essential for their mental survival altogether to adopt the new bridge, that is through the platforms such as Zoom and Google Meet, through which they could yet connect with their spiritual guru and the swamis who regularly interact. And it is something that is being facilitated by a realm which is digital, which is a digital media platform where where the people are communicating and the people are interacting, the people are deriving the answers to their life questions. Apart from Zoom and Google Meet, which have been adopted by the IVS Society, we also see that those who are not adept or savvy enough to adopt the live interactive platforms, they are also sent the links of these interactions, which are later uploaded on Facebook and also on YouTube. Given that the people of India are now very much comfortable using WhatsApp, when they receive these links on WhatsApp, they find it very easy to go and attend the lecture that they missed. Although they cannot interact, they however comment and give their response and also ask questions from time to time. And furthermore, now that the people amongst the audiences, as I interacted, it emerged that now that the people have accommodated these digital platforms into their lives and they have become an expert at it, doing it every day, this form of digital innovation shall always remain perhaps a part of all the future interactions, of all the future congregations that IVS shall conduct, even in future when the social gatherings shall be allowed once again. So we can say from a broader perspective that not only has there been a digitization of the spirituality and the spiritual processes, religion itself or the Hindu way of life itself has been mediatized. People resorted to digital applications such as the Puja app, which enabled virtual tours of the sanctum sanctorums in which the deities are housed. Temples conducting pujas are showcasing the process live, and there are thousands and thousands of people, millions of people in fact, who are attending these, sharing these, and are regularly revisiting whenever such interactions are happening. Now, whereas these digital innovations had already arrived before the COVID pandemic, and we had seen a lot of gurus such as the Sadguru, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Gaur Gopal, amongst others, who had actually taken their philosophy forward and disseminated it amongst a large number of people, especially the youth, using these digital innovations. It was never a mainstream adoption that had taken place. And because they were firstly gurus who had established themselves through social gatherings and face-to-face interactions in large groups. It is only after the pandemic struck that the new media technology, the digital innovations, the people were compelled to adopt these. So a new realm has emerged, a realm that can be referred to as digital Hinduism, a realm where there are e-pujas and e-gurus and e-congregations which are virtually held. And the avatars of these gurus are preaching to the avatars of the disciples. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present my research. Thank you.